like me, say to you, love me do. I'll be true, but I like you to say you'll come home each day. Ah, you'll be my girl, that's what I want, just you sweet girl, right up front. Well, if you like me, you're so good, for so much love with you. Well, it's just like me, it's just like me, after a fool, well, it's all I'll be. Yeah, it's just like you, say goodbye, leave me all alone to cry. Just like me, say to you, love me do. I'll be true in what I like you to say. You'll come home each day. Well, it's just like me, it's just like me. After a fool, that's all I'll be. Well, it's just like you, let's say goodbye and leave me all alone to cry. Just like me, just like me, just like me. Hey, how you doing out there, guitar heroes? How about a little Paul Revere and the Raiders today? Just Like Me from 1965, real popular song during that era when they were competing with everybody and their brother from the UK, and Beatles and Stones and Animals and everybody. Really a good song. You'll find that when you listen to the song, there's lots of organ that drive the beat of this song, and you don't hear as much. I think the guitar and the bass is there, but it's a little hard to hear. When we start out the song, we have a kind of a D, and we kind of hold it, and a C. And then we got a G, one hit, 3 hits, A, and then we go into the song. We got 4 chords, so that makes it kind of easy. We've got fairly simple verses where we repeat the same kind of 4 chords, the D, the C, the G, and the A over and over and over again. So that makes it a little bit more simple to concentrate on singing and other parts. So let's go into the verse. We'll start again with that intro. D, just like C, me, G, say to you, A, D, love me, C, do, and G, I'll be A, true, and D, what I see like, for G, you to say A, is D, you'll come see home to G, B each day. So the chord changes are quick, but they're reasonable because we don't have bar chords in here, and that makes it quite a bit simpler. I'm not positive, but I thought the original key was in F, and I'm tuned down 1, and I actually brought the key back up one full step, if that makes any sense. To make it simpler, because otherwise we were talking about F and B flat in the chords, and I know that didn't make any sense. So I changed it to these simpler chords, the D and C, to kind of simplify it and make it a little bit easier. And I'm tuned down 1/2 just for singing purposes, and I can't quite really sing the parts that Mark Lindsay when he gets a little bit more energy into it, but we're getting pretty close. Okay, so that same pattern really just goes through all these verses. So we basically got 2 verses that kind of go that way, and then his 3rd verse, then he pumps up the energy, and he's probably going up a full octave with his vocal. If not, he's really putting a lot of energy into the vocals. So we get through those 3 verses, and then there's a guitar solo, which is fabulous, fabulous guitar solo. And then in the background we got this organ going. goes through the whole background of the guitar solo. And then we go back into the intro with our D, C, G, A, and then we go right back into 2 more verses, and then we got kind of like a little repeat thing at the end. So let's go through the last verse and then the ending. So again, same pattern. Just like D, just like C, me, it's G. Just like A, me, to I, D, ACA, C, full, that's G. All I'll be, but it's D, just like C, U to G. Say goodbye A, and leave me C, D. Leave me C, all G alone to cry. And then the little outro is basically the same thing. D, just like C, me, G, just like me, A. D, it's just like C, me, G, it's just like A, me. And then you can have a few strums and we're going to end on a D. I think this song's a fade out, like most songs were in those days. And the D, of course, the reason we end on a D is because we start on a D. Oh, and so just before, the other thing that's similar to that is, on the 3rd verse, before we go into this little guitar solo with this organ thing going in the background, we do kind of the same thing. So let me go through the last line of that 3rd verse. It's the same thing, except we just do this little extra strumming before we go into that. But it's D, just like C, U, G, say goodbye, and D, leave me all, C, G, alone to cry. And boy, that goes on for a few measures. Maybe 8, I'm just guessing. It goes on for a while. The guitar solo is just fabulous. Listen to it and really like it. So there you go, Just Like Me by Paul Revere and the Raiders. Now, they didn't write this song, and I think that was kind of the deal for them, is they weren't writing too many songs. You had so many songwriters. This is a Heart and Day, and I'm not familiar with these guys, but obviously they were one of many, many teams, people that were writing songs for the pop groups that were good in those days. Now, that was one thing that was different, of course, with the Beatles, who basically wrote the majority of their songs, although they did quite a few cover songs too. But the cover songs generally were ones that were written by the original artists, and Stones, of course, did plenty of cover tunes too. But they didn't have a songwriting team that they were getting songs from. They pretty much did their own material, or they covered others. Okay, so there you go, Just Like Me, Paul Revere and the Raiders, 1965. Hope you got something out of this. Take it easy out there and keep on strumming.